Welcome back, game design students. In this video, we're going to create the damage actor that will deal damage to us, and we're also going to create the health bar. So let's get started. Open up your custom blueprints folder. Mine is called BP Lesson, and in there we're going to right click and select blueprint class, and we're going to create an actor, and we're going to name this underscore fire. I'm going to add 01 to mine because I already have one. And then let's double click that and open it up. And let's create a new variable in here. So click the plus sign over here under variables and type in actors to damage. And we're going to change the type here to actor. We want a object type actor, object reference. And then with this variable selected, look over here in the details, and right here with this pull down list here, we're going to change that to an array. And now let's add some components to this actor. Let's click add here and search for cascade, and we want a cascade particle system, and you can rename that fire if you want. And then let's come over here to the template and find the fire template. And then let's add some audio to this. Click add and type in audio, and we want an audio component, and select that, and we're going to select well, let's just type in fire. We want, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my glasses. We want fire 01Q. And then let's add a box collision here. So type in collision, we want box collision, and let's come over to the collision box's settings here, and let's make the extent 40 in every direction, and let's make the Z location 40 as well. And that should align the collision box with the ground. And then let's make sure over here that everything is parented to the scene root. So click and drag things onto the scene root and click attach, so that everything is attached to the scene root in one row like this. And there should be no pull downs below the scene root. And then let's compile and save. And now let's add some logic to this. Let's go to the event graph and delete everything except begin play. And then let's select the collision box right here in our components window, and then right click and open up add event for box collision, and we want add on component begin overlap. And now we need to check and see if the thing we've collided with here possesses our blueprint health component. So off of other actor here, click and drag and type in get component by class. And then here, search for our BPC health component. And then we need to check and make sure that this is a valid component. So drag off of here and type in is valid. We want the one with the question mark. And then we need a reference to our actors to damage array. So drag that out and get it. And then let's drag off of here, and we're going to add. And what this is going to do is, if this check is valid, it's going to add this actor to an array of actors that we can damage. And let's connect this to this. Now the reason we're doing this is because we may have multiple actors in the scene that possess the health component and can accept damage. So that's why we need to add them to an array. And now we don't want to continue to get damage when we leave the collision box. So let's select this again and then right click in here. And now we're going to add another collision event, and this one is going to be end overlap. And then let's drag a reference to our actors to damage out and get it. And then let's drag off of here and click find. And what we're going to do here is look through the array for any actors that are in the array. And we need to check and see if any of them have a value of greater than or equal to 0. So let's drag off of here and hit our greater than key. And if the actor's value is greater than or equal to 0, we need to have a branch statement here. And if that is true, we need to remove it from the index. So we need a reference to our actors to damage here again, so let's get that. And then we're going to drag off of here and type in remove. And we're going to remove index and connect that to true. And then we need to connect this to here. What we're saying here is, and let's connect this back to here. What we're saying here is when the actor leaves the collision box, check the array, find any actors in the array that have a value of greater than or equal to 0, and then if that's true, then remove them from the index. Now the reason that works is because when an actor is added to the index, it has a value of 1, not 0. And the next actor added to the index would have a value of 2, and so forth. Now let's compile that and save it. And now that we have that done, we need one other piece of logic. We need another variable here. And let's name this base damage. And let's make that float. And come over here and make it a single, not an array. And then let's compile that and save it. And make that variable public, so we can see it in the editor and assign different damage values to different types of objects. Now, off of event begin play, let's click and drag and type timer by event. And we're going to set timer by an event. And the time we're going to tick off of the timer is 0.5. And we need a custom event here, so click and drag off of this, type in custom event. And the name of this custom event is going to be damage tick. And then let's drag off of this one, and we're going to use a for each loop. So type in for each. And what this is going to do is continuously check through the array. Let's get the array and attach it to here. It's going to continuously check through the array and look for items to damage. And now we need to apply some damage, so drag off of here and type in damage. And we're going to apply damage. And the base damage we're going to apply is going to be based on our base damage variable that we have defined. And then we need to connect the array element to the damaged actor. Whatever we find in the array, we're going to damage it. And then let's compile and save. Now when we come back in the last video, what we're going to do is create our health bar, and we're going to add it to our existing player HUD, and then we're going to test it out. And I'll see you then.